I want to go through this example with you here that deals with subtracting mixed numbers. Now, there are two methods of subtracting mixed numbers. One which I would feel is most accurate and straightforward, and that would be to switch them into improper fractions. So a question like this here, what we would do is we would switch them both into improper fractions. 11 minus 4 is 6. Sorry, 11 minus 5 is 6. Simplifies to 3 over 2, which we can convert back into a mixed number and be 1 and 1/2. This is what I would consider to be the most straightforward way of doing it. Now, just to remember that with subtracting fractions, we need to make sure that we have a common denominator. For this example, I'm just going to give the common denominator right off the bat. We don't have to switch anything around. Now, to get this answer, but using mixed numbers, we have to do a two-step process. Okay. Step number one, we need to subtract the fractions. So 3/4 minus 1/4 gives us 2/4, which would be the same as 1/2. Now, the fact that we got a positive number is very important. Second example here I'll give you has a negative number. Next step is to subtract the whole numbers. 2 minus 1 is 1. Now we have the 1/2 as a fraction and the 1 as a whole number, and we put them back together to get 1 and 1/2. So this gives us the same answer that we got originally when we did it with improper fractions. Let's look at example number 2. 4 and 2 ninths minus 3 and 4 ninths. Okay, I'm getting my numbers mixed up here. Let's do this one using improper fractions just to double check our work right off the bat. We have 38 over 9 minus 31 over 9, and that equals to 7 over 9. That's our final answer. It's as simple as it can get. Let's go through it with our mixed numbers. First step, subtract the fractions. If we do this here, we have 2 over 9 minus 4 over 9, and that's going to equal to a negative. We don't really like dealing with negatives as a fraction. We don't want that at this point. Okay, so what we have to do is we need to do a little bit of borrowing. So let's get rid of let's borrow from the 4, and that becomes a 3. And this means that we're adding another 9 ninths to our fraction. So we're going to add 9 to that, and it's going to become 3 and 11 ninths minus 3 and 4 ninths. Now when we do this here, we have 11 over 9 minus 4 over 9, which is going to equal to 7 over 9. Our whole numbers, we get 3 minus 3, which equals to 0, and we then have 0 and 7 ninths, or very simply 7 ninths. We don't need the 0 in front, as we just don't have a whole number, and this just ends up being a regular fraction. I hope this makes sense. That whole borrowing thing can be a little bit challenging, but we're just adding another whole onto it. So instead of there being only 2 pieces left over, we're adding another 9, so now we have 11 left over. And yes, it's improper in there, but when we do the subtraction, it does work. So I hope that helps you. I would recommend doing improper, but if you want to do mixed number, this is the way to do mixed numbers.